Friends, now welcome to today's class. We'll continue our discussion on working capital management. Last class, I had given you that assignment. You are supposed to go through those formulae and supposed to come prepared after reading the question so that you can directly do the solution part of that question, right? Uh,
Yes, sir.
okay, so I'll be sharing you the screen. Just wait a minute. Appropriate screen will be shared with you. Visible to you?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
So this is our fifth class on working capital management. Right, let me, many things you have covered, so let me go to the appropriate page. Yeah, these are the formula I had told you to go through. Is it not? This
Yes, sir.
formula tells us how using the operating cycle you are able to compute various components of working capital, right? How to compute the value of raw material, how to compute the value of WIP, how to compute the value of finished goods, debtors, cash, trade creditors, direct wages, right? All these things, that is direct wages payable, then overhead payable, all these things, how you'll be able to compute, and with the help of that, we'll be able to solve this question. Okay. So no
Yes,
need
sir.
to repeat this formula. I think formula you have gone through, you have understood directly, we'll be able to solve the question.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now please, some of you please read this question. So we'll be uh, entering it. We'll do the solution part of it. Please read the question.
On 1st April, the finance manager of Mr. XY,
SS
MS
XYZ.
XYZ Limited wishes to know the amount of working capital that will be required by the company during the financial year. From the following information, compute the working capital required.
Okay.
Production during the previous year was 60,000 units, and it is planned that this level of activity would be maintained during the present year.
That
The
means
expected
present year also production will be 60,000 units. Is it not? These
unit.
things you can
Yes,
keep
sir.
on noting.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Take a piece of paper, so write down. So production is 60,000 units. Okay. Next part.
And the expected ratio of the cost to selling price are raw material 60%, direct wages are 10%, and the overhead is 20%.
So whatever might be the selling price, expected ratio of cost to selling prices are, in that selling price, 60% of the selling price is raw material,
Raw
direct
material,
wages
yes, sir.
is 10%, overhead is 20%.
20
Okay. So total how much it is? 60 plus 10 plus 20,
is 90.
90%. So what is balance 10%? Can you guess?
It is profit.
Profit. Okay, sales is 100%, 60% is raw material. Okay, suppose sale price is 100, the raw material price is 60, wages is 10, overhead is 20, and definitely balance 10 is your profit. Okay, so this also you keep on noting down your understanding about the question. So please keep on writing. It will help you to think, to arrive at the solution. It will be helping you. Right? Noted?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
next part we'll see.
Raw material are expected to remain in store for an average of 2 months. The
Right.
raw materials being fed into the pipeline immediately, and the labor and overhead cost occurring evenly during this month. The month.
Okay, so this part you see something similar to our previous question. It
Yes,
says
sir.
raw material is fed into the system immediately. That means the beginning of the process, entire raw material is fed. Okay, labor
Yes,
and
sir.
overheads, how they are spent, incurred evenly during the month.
Yes.
So labor and overhead, what we'll do when we're computing the working capital value, what we'll do for labor and overhead? I want Meghna to reply. What we'll be doing for labor and overhead? That means raw material will be taking 100%. Labor and overhead, how much percentage we should take?
Sir, 50%.
50%. Why 50%?
Sir, overall material is 100%.
right? And labor and overhead, why you are taking 50%?
Because some process are in 0% and
Okay.
some work in progress are in 100%. So on
Okay.
an average, it is like 50%.
Is it clear to you, or should I again explain you
Yes,
that?
sir.
It's clear now, or you need
Yes, sir.
explanation?
No, sir.
Okay, fine. So we have understood that thing, that 100% when computing the value of WIP, material component will be 100%, labor and overhead will be taken 50% because it is fed in the pipeline. Uh, that means evenly during the month. That means here the process is raw material is expected to be remain in the stores process 2 months. Okay, so let me explain you this thing. Raw material will be in the store for 2 months. Raw material are being fed into pipeline immediately, and labor and overhead incurred evenly during the month. Okay. Acha, okay. You can manage, I think, without explanation also. Then next part, please read it.
Finished good will stay in the warehouse of 3 months, awaiting dispatch. Selling price is rupees 5 per unit.
Okay, so 60,000 units you are producing, selling price is rupees 5 per unit. We
Yes,
can find out what is the sales and what is the various components. Okay,
yes,
and
sir.
finished
Yes,
goods will
sir.
be staying for 3 months. That is, you can say finished goods holding period. After that, only it will be sold. Okay, next part.
There is a regular production and sales cycle.
Fine.
Each unit of production is expected to be in process for 1 month.
Okay, each unit is expected to be in the process for 1 month. Right. So production period is 1 month.
One
Right. Right. Then
debtor collection period is 3 months,
3 months.
and wages and overhead are paid on the first of each month for the previous month.
So for the previous month, that means wages and overheads are paid in fact after 1 month. Is it not? Suppose January's month, the January month's wages and overhead we are paying on the first of February. Is it not? First of
Yes, sir.
each month for the previous month. Right. This understanding you should have. Then
A supplier allow a 2 month credit period, and the company normally keep the cash in hand to extend 20,000
so desired cash is 20,000 rupees. Supplier is allowing 2 months credit. That is your credit
credit.
period for purchase of raw material. Okay, we'll be solving that question. So first we see, let us compute like this. You can note it down in detail, but right now in briefly you wrote down. First we'll be computing raw material inventory. Okay, dividing raw material inventory, or just write down raw material. I'll be explaining you how we are computing this. Okay, just write raw
Yes,
material. So you know raw material cost is 60%, is it not?
yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
60%. Okay, and we are producing 60,000 units, right?
Yes, sir.
So 60,000 units per unit price is rupees 5.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so total price is 60,000 into price into 5. Okay, that is the total sales value, and 60% of that into 60
Yes, sir.
divided by 100. So 1
Yes,
lakh
sir.
80,000 is what? 1 lakh 80,000 is the annual cost of raw material.
Yes, sir.
Is it not? That means throughout the year I will be purchasing this much of raw material. So what is monthly consumption? Can you calculate out
Divide.
it?
Yes, sir.
Divided by
Divided by
12, it is 15,000.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Annual is 1,80,000. Monthly consumption is 15,000.
15,000.
Okay. And question says raw material we are supposed to keep for 2 months. So 2 months raw material is how much?
30,000.
30,000.
30. Yes, sir.
30,000. Okay. 2 months raw material 30,000. So in the working capital computation, one component is raw material. So raw material figure we have already computed, that is 30,000. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Any
Yes,
doubt
sir.
here?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay, so at least be confident that one part of the problem is over. We could able to compute the raw material component of the working capital, which is 30. Okay, but
Yes, sir.
next item is always critical. Not critical in the sense many times students commit mistake in that part, in this part. That is labor and overhead part. Students commit mistake. And if you have understood the concept that we have to take it 50%, then it's fine. Okay, the second part we will see WIP part.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Acha. In WIP, what it says, the production is expected to be processed in 1 month. 1 month is my processing time. That means today I
Yes.
am putting the material in the process. After 1 month, it will become finished goods. So for the entire 1 month, it will remain as WIP.
Yes, sir.
Okay. But for entire 1 month, it is remaining as WIP. But raw material is entered at the beginning of the process. That means the moment I am starting the process, raw material is entered. So value of the raw material will be taking 100% for 1 month. Okay. Entire 1 month's raw material will be there in the process. Is it done?
Yes, sir.
Because we are putting it
Yes.
from the beginning of the process. So,
Yes.
so value of the in the work in progress. Work in progress also consists raw material. Also, it consists of labor. It consists of overhead. Okay,
Yes, sir.
work in progress consists of everything, but it is half finished. Half finished, but raw material part is fully finished. Labor part is half finished. Overhead part is half finished. But raw material part is fully finished because raw material is put at the beginning of the process. Are
Yes,
you
sir.
getting me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So raw material part of the work in progress is equal to for 1 month is 15,000. Previous slide we have computed for 1 month requirement of raw material is 15,000 here. Is it not? So raw material requirement is 15,000. No, WI. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now labor cost. Labor cost in WIP. It's stated that it accrues evenly during the month. Thus, on the first of each month, it could be zero, or on the last day of the month, it could be include
Full.
the 1 month labor cost. So, on an average, therefore, it would be half of the month's labor cost. Thus, labor cost in the work in progress is equal to monthly sales, and labor cost component is 10%. So, monthly sales into 10% into half. Monthly sales is 60,000 units. Okay, into rupees 5 per unit into 12 months. Okay, monthly sales amount will be 25,000. Labor cost will be how much? This 25,000 10%, 25,000 into 10% into half. Why it is half? Because in the WIP labor content is 50%. Is it clear to you?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Monthly sales is 60,000 into 5. Okay.
Yes.
What the question says 60,000 is 60,000 units is previous year is 60,000 units. Okay. Wait a minute. So this computation is okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, 60,000 is annual production.
Sir.
Question says annual production. So what is monthly sale? The annual sale into rupees 5 divided by 12 months. So I am getting monthly sales of 25,000. Okay, read the question. Question says 60,000 is annual production. Production for the previous year is 60,000. Okay, so monthly
Yes, sir.
sales is 25,000 and monthly sales is 25,000. Then sales 10% is labor cost. That also question says so 25,000 into 10% is the labor cost. But we will take half because labor cost is half. In the WIP, labor cost is half. So WIP, labor component of WIP is 1,002. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now overhead component. Overhead component is again half months as explained above. So 25,000 is the monthly sales into 20%. 20% is the labor cost component into half. So it comes to 2,500.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So what is total WIP?
18,750.
15,000 plus 1,250 plus 2,500 is equal to
18,750.
सर
18,000.
ये ओवरहेड वाला दोबारा समझा सकते
Overhead. You see, overhead is 20%. Why overhead is 20%? Look at the question. Question says
यस सर
direct wages is 10% and overhead is 20%. Okay.
20%.
And material is in the WIP processing time is 1 month. So 1 month sale is 25,000. Here we computed 1 month sale is 25,000 and 20% is overhead. So 25,000 into 20%. But overhead is also half complete. Just like labor is half complete, because labor cost is incurred evenly throughout the period, overhead cost is also incurred evenly throughout the period. So there will be some material on which overhead cost might have been 100% income. There will be some material on which overhead cost might have been 0% income. So on an average, overhead cost must be 50% income. So therefore, this half is multiplied. Are you getting?
Ye- yes, sir.
Exactly. Here also we are multiplying half. Here also we are
Yes,
multiplying.
sir.
Is equal to 2,005. So total WIP is 18,750. Is it clear to you?
Yes, sir.
So this is the most important part in this question, or most important component of computation of working capital. So this is a typical kind of question. So most of the textbooks, most of your study material contains many questions where they highlight this computation of WIP. Suppose in this question will do a twist in the question. We'll say labor, material, labor and overhead, everything is put in the process from the very beginning. That means what we'll do, we'll not multiply it with the half. Okay, we'll
All
assume
taken
labor cost is
on it.
incurred, overhead cost is incurred, material cost is incurred from the very beginning. That means everything is 100% correct. But it says these two costs are incurred evenly. So we take what cost are half. Are you getting?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Suppose it will say raw material cost is also incurred evenly during the process. Then raw material cost also will be taking half.
Yes, sir.
Okay, here in 15,000, we'll take half of it if it is incurred evening. But here this question says raw material cost is incurred at the beginning of the process. So we are taking 100%. So there might be twists in the question. So if you have understood the concept, you'll be able to solve it. Right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now finished goods inventory. Finished goods, it stays for 3 months. So raw material cost in the finished goods monthly requirement is 15,000 into 3 months. Labor cost monthly is 2,500 into 3 months. Overhead monthly is 5,000 into 3 months. So entire cost is 67,500.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. You want to note it down, or later on you can see the video and you can understand.
So we will do it later.
You can do it later so that we can go ahead later on. But definitely you must see the video and solve these
Sir.
questions today itself.
Yes, sir.
Right?
Yes, sir.
And in
Yes, sir.
case you get any query, then ask me in the next class. So I don't
Yes,
mind
sir.
repeating it.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, here 100% labor and 100% overhead has been taken. Wherever is necessary, I had explained you in this slide. Please read it, you will be able to understand. Here 100% labor, 100% overhead. Here we are not taking labor 50%, overhead 50%, because these are finished goods. WIP is half finished, but here they are finished goods. Okay, so you'll take entire labor and entire overhead. And debtors are for 3 months. So monthly sales is 25,000, for 3 months debtor is 75,000. You have
Yes, sir.
understood? All of you
Yes.
understood?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay, fine. Creditors. Creditors question says suppliers allow 2 months credit, right? Right. So month
Yes.
creditors will be taking on purchase value. Purchase value means raw material value. Raw material is 15,000. Okay,
Yes, sir.
into 2.
Yes.
So 30,000 is my creditors. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now direct wages payable. Here also understand this concept. Wages when it is payable. Direct wages for the whole year is how much? 60,000 units into 5 into 10%, and 30,000 is the annual wages bill. Monthly direct wages is 2,500. 30,000 divided by 12. Okay, wages payable for a month is 2,500. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Similarly, overhead payable is monthly sales is total overhead of the whole year is 60,000 into 5 into 20% is the overhead cost of 60,000. So monthly overhead is 5,000. So hence
5,000.
overhead payable is 5,000 rupees per month. Okay, I think all of these you have computed. Now we can find out working capital like this. Raw material inventory as per working note 130,000. WIP, this is a critical working note 18,750. Finished goods. How much?
57,500.
67,500. Good. Debtors,
75,000.
debtors. Cash,
20,000.
20,000. It is given in the question. So total current asset,
2,11,250.
creditors,
30,000.
direct wages payable,
2,500.
overheads payable,
5,000.
total current liabilities.
Negative
Yes,
37,500.
yes. Current liabilities, this one negative in the sense it will be deducted. So
Yes, sir.
net working capital is how much?
1,73,750.
Very good. You have understood it. Can you solve this question?
Yes, sir.
So you try it independently. In case still you are having uh, some difficulties understanding the concept, then please feel free to ask me. I'll be able to clarify those doubts. Okay. This question is over. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now we'll be entering into one more concept now. This is called as the cash cost of working capital. Sometimes the question might be asking you compute working capital on the basis of cash cost. How to compute, we need to understand that concept. Okay, this is also one important concept. I feel that you should have idea about, you should have complete knowledge about this working capital management. But like this, you see, here we computed Sunday debtors we computed, is it not?
Yes, sir.
Sunday
Yes,
debtors we computed on the basis of sales value, is it not?
Yes, sir.
Let us say
yes,
2 months sales, Sunday debtor to sales into 2 months. But you see, what is working capital? Working capital is the bond we require to run the business, is it not? So you see, let us say I am selling a product at 100 rupees. But in that selling product, 100 rupees, I have my profit. Let us say profit is 10 rupees. So actually my fund block is 90 rupees. My cost
Yes,
is
sir.
90. Is it not?
Yes, sir.
Actually, debtor will pay me 100 rupees. But my cost is 90 rupees. Is it not?
Yes, sir.
yes,
Are you getting?
Yes, sir.
yes, sir.
Okay. Now you see, I told you my cost is 90 rupees. But in that cost, depreciation is included. Is it not?
Yes,
सर डेप्रिसिएशन कहाँ से आएगा ये तो प्रोडक्शन हो रहा है ना
Depreciation is included, no? Depreciation is a part of factory overhead.
yes,
यस
sir.
सर
Okay, when you're arriving at the cost plus profit is my sales price. In the cost, depreciation is included. In the accounting also, you include depreciation as a part of the cost. In costing also,
Yes,
depreciation we take it as a part of the cost. Is it not?
yes, sir.
Depreciation is always a part of the cost. I told you I am selling it at 100 rupees, but my cost is 90 rupees. But again, in that cost also depreciation is included. Let us say depreciation is another 10 rupees. So actually my real cash cost is how much? What is my cash cost in that data? Are you
सर
getting my question?
नो सर प्लीज रिपीट दैट क्वेश्चन
You see, let us say I am selling a product. Wait a minute. Just wait a minute. This board is visible to you.
यस सर यस
Let
सर
us say I am saying my value of my debtor is 100. Debtor how much?
100
100.
Visible to you?
यस सर
Just a minute. Debtor is 100. Okay. And debtor
Yes,
is
sir.
computed on the basis of sales value.
Yes, sir.
Debtor
Yes,
is
sir.
100 means my bill amount is 100. Sales is 100. But actually what happened? In that 100, what I include, my profit is there. My profit is actually 10. So actually I am saying my debtors will be paying me 100 rupees. But in 100 rupees my profit is included. But my real cost is how much? 90.
Yes, sir.
So if I am calculating how much money is blocked in debtors, how much is blocked? 90 is blocked.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, 90 is visible to you.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
This is 90. 90 rupees is blocked. But in 90 rupees also, I'm saying 90 rupees, but in 90 rupees, again what happens? I have my profit. No, I have my
Real.
depreciation. If this is the
Yes, sir.
cost, in this cost, non-cash costs are there. That means some costs are there for which I am not incurring any cash flow. Cash is not going out, but still it is a part of the cost. For example, depreciation. Suppose that is included another 10. So actually my fund block is 80.
Yes, sir. Okay.
Okay. So if I'm computing various components, individually I'm computing various components of the working capital, and if that component while computing, if I include some non-cash items, now this non-cash items will be excluded, so that I can arrive at what is the real cash cost, or how much of cash is really blocked, how much of current asset is really blocked on account of that. So we'll be computing that. So you have to eliminate all these non-cash items, then we'll be computing about the cash cost of working capital. Are you getting
Yes,
this
sir.
point?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
This is, you can say, another way of computing working capital. Another helpful technique which will be also helping us in managing working capital. Just a minute, I will be again sharing with you that file which I had shared you. So here what we'll do, we compute what is the exact amount of funds blocked. The exact amount of the funds blocked is the less than the current asset that we compute. The exact cost of Sunday debtors is less because it includes profit component, it includes non-cash expenditures. So profit margin, depreciation, and other non-cash costs needs to be excluded to compute what is the exact amount of funds blocked or what is the cash working capital. Understood this point?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now we'll be solving one more question. So please read this question. Some of you similar kind of question. Only thing is that we'll make some adjustment to compute the cash cost. Please, some of you read this question.
The following annual figures relate to XYZ company. Sales at 2 month credit is rupees 36 lakh. Materials consumed 9 lakh.
Here suppliers
Uh,
give
su-
2 months credit.
sub- gives
So
2 month
first one,
credit.
sales on 2 months credit means debtors holding period is 2 months, right?
Month. Yes, sir.
Material consumed, suppliers also gives us 2 months credit. Okay, then
Yes, sir. Wages paid monthly in area 7 lakh 20,000.
fine.
Manufacturing expenses outstanding at the end of year. Cash expenses are paid 1 month in arrear is 80,000. Total administrative expenses paid as above is 2,40,000.
Yeah.
Sale promotion expenses paid quarterly in advance is 1,20,000.
Okay.
The company sells its product on gross profit of 25%, counting depreciation as part of the cost of production.
Production. Okay.
It keeps 1 month stock each of raw material and finished goods and a cash balance of rupees 1 lakh.
1 lakh.
Assuming a 20% safety margin, work out the working capital requirement of the company on cash cost basis. Ignore work in progress.
Okay, so here we have to find out what is the working capital requirement, and here working capital requirement we have to compute on cash cost basis. Okay, so this is the question. So one by one, I'll be helping you to solve the question. I'll be explaining you the solution of this question. But again, it is expected that you should repeat. You should solve this question at home. Okay, right.
Yes, sir.
Take your pen and paper. So question again, I will be showing you. First, we will be doing. First, we will be computing what is material. Okay, what is the material
Yes,
component? So as usual, you see this is the structure. What I am doing. All the current assets I am taking. Current assets includes material. Finished goods. For finished goods, there is a working note. I will be showing you that. For debtors also there is a working note. Then cash already given in the question. The prepaid expenses that I will be taking. So this is the total of my current assets. Then current liabilities, creditors for material, wages outstanding, manufacturing expenses, admin expenses. So net working capital can be found out. Question says you have to maintain a safety margin. So another safety margin to be on safe side, another 25% is added. We will be getting total working capital. Okay,
yes, sir.
right? So I'll be just explaining you the solution. You have to do it at home. So first I'll be showing you how to compute this material. What the question says about the material? Material consume
9 lakh,
9 lakh rupees. Okay. And how many days material is to be kept?
2 months. No, no. It's kept for keep for 1 month.
Where it is written? Okay. You see, it
La
keeps 1 month stock of raw material and finished goods. Okay. Assume that there is no working capital, no work in progress. So you have to see raw material and finished goods kept for 1 month. Okay.
1.
So what you will do? So 9 lakh is the annual. So monthly 9 lakh divided by 12, 75,000 is the working.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Finished goods. Finished goods, how to compute? Let us refer to the working capital number one. But first, let me again tell you what is written in this. Acha, let me show you that working note. Then I will go back to the question. How I am computing finished goods working note number one. Okay. So annual material consumed in 9 lakh rupees.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Just a minute.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Just a minute. Okay. Yeah. Then annual material consumed 9 lakh rupees given in the question. Wages 7 lakh 20,000 rupees is it given in the question? See the question.
Yes,
You
sir.
see wages and monthly
Yes,
wages paid. It is paid in the monthly area, but it is total annual wages is 7 lakh 20,000. Okay. So
20,000.
material is 9 lakh, wages is 7 lakh 20,000 rupees. Manufacturing expenses. Manufacturing expenses monthly is 80,000 rupees. So annual is 9 lakh 60,000 rupees. So total cost of production of annual cost of production is how much? 25 lakh 80,000.
20, 80.
And finished goods are stayed, finished goods stock is kept for 1 month in the posting. So 25 lakh 80,000 divided by 12, so 2 lakh 15,000 is the finished goods stock.
Yes, sir.
yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
okay, that was the annual cost of production divided by 12. Now similarly, debtors. Debtors refer to the working capital. Debtors will be computed on sales value, is it not?
Yes,
So
sir.
this is cost of production is 25 lakh 80,000. Plus admin expenses is 2 lakh 40,000. Sales promotion is 1 lakh 20,000. So total cost of sales is how much? 29 lakh 40,000.
29 lakh 40,000.
29 lakh 40,000. If it is 29 lakh 40,000, debtors will be monthly, debtors will be for 2 months. Is it not? Sales are made on 2 months credit. So 29 lakh 40,000 divided by 12, we get monthly debtors into 2. We are getting 4
Yes,
lakh 90,000 total debtors.
yes, sir.
Question says cash, extra cash is to be added for 1 lakh. Prepaid expenses for sales, promotion, etc. Question says 3 months you have to pay in advance. So annually 1,20,000 divided by 12 into 3, so 30,000 to at least 9,10,000. Coming to current liabilities, creditors for material is 2 months. Okay, material requirement you see 9 lakh rupees, 9 lakh rupees 2 months, 9 lakh rupees divided by 12 into 2, 1,50,000. Wages outstanding. Wages is paid 1 month's area. So outstanding is annual wages divided by 12 is 60,000. Okay, manufacturing expenses is 80,000. Why it is 80,000? Read the question. You see, manufacturing expenditure outstanding at the end of the year. That means at the end of the year, how much is outstanding? Read the question.
Eight-
Louder,
80,000.
little louder, please.
80,000.
80,000. And this represents 1 month. It is paid in 1 month's area. And year end, this is
Yes, sir.
outstanding. So this must be 1 year. This is not annual manufacturing expenses. Okay, this is not annual manufacturing expenditure. This is 1 month's. Therefore, only 80,000 has to be added. Understood why 80,000 is added? This is
Yes, sir.
80,000 represents 1 month's manufacturing expenses. Okay, so
Yes.
wages 7,20,000 is annual. You see what it says? Wages is 7,20,000, but this is for the entire year. We have to arrive at the monthly. It says monthly in area. Wages paid is this much. That means annually this much is paid. These are the annual figures, following annual figures. The annually this much is paid. But here, manufacturing expenditure, this is not a payment figure. This is the annual outstanding figure. And annual outstanding means 1 month outstanding because it is paid in 1 month's year area. So
Yes, sir.
therefore, manufacturing expenditure has to be taken 80,000. This is again a catch in
Yes.
the question. You have to be very careful here. Wages, you see, we divided it by 12, but manufacturing expenditure, we are not dividing it by 12. Because manufacturing expenditure, what is shown, that is 1 month.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so
Yes, sir.
you review it at home. In case you still have any doubt, then please feel free to ask me. This area you need to understand.
सर
Student,
प्रीपेड एक्सपेंसेस 3 तो लिखा नहीं है.
prepaid expenses, sales
3
promotion.
months.
नहीं है question में? Check in the question. Let me see in the question. Prepaid expenses.
सर हाँ, ये सर क्वार्टरली लिखा हुआ.
Quarterly means 3 months. Right.
Yes,
Sales
sir.
promotion expenses paid quarterly in advance. So we have to keep working capital for this. You have to make advance payment 1,20,000. Okay, for 3 months, that is 30,000 rupees has to be kept. Therefore, it is. So net working administration expenditure is for 1 month. So it is annual is 2,40,000, 1 month is 20,000, so 3,10,000. So net working capital is 6 lakh. And the question says you have to maintain a safety margin. So another 20% is added, 1,20,000 rupees. So what is working capital? 7,20,000.
Yes, sir.
Understood this question?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Typical question. Various kinds of short questions can be generated out of this question. Okay. Many multiple choice types of questions for a particular big one questions can be developed. So you are expected to understand the entire concept thoroughly. Is it clear, all of you?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
सर सेफ्टी मार्जिन हमेशा वर्किंग कैपिटल के बेसिस पर लिया जाता है.
Safety margin, it depends what the question is asking. Okay, if question says safety margin is to be computed on some other basis, then you have to compute on that basis. But if the question is just says that you have to give 20% safety margin, that means fine, you compute working capital on that add 20%. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So you have to read the question on what basis safety margin is to be computed. Here we are computing 20% of the working capital.
अगर कुछ भी नहीं दिया होता है तो हम लोग नेट वर्किंग कैपिटल के बेसिस पर निकालेंगे.
अगर safety margin if it is not there, if question has not been asked you to compute safety margin, so don't add it. Right?
Yes, sir.
Now let us see one more question. What I'm doing, I'm showing you the question, showing you the answers also. So I will expect you to read that question at home and read this answer also, so that next class we'll be discussing this answer. We may not be able to solve this answer, but we'll be discussing this answer. Okay, just read that question. Some of you, I'll be explaining you the question.
Trading and profit and loss account of a company is given below. Opening and closing balance of debtor were 1,50,000 and 2 lakh respectively, whereas opening and closing balance of creditor were 12 lakh and 2,40,000 respectively. Compute the working capital on basis of operating cycle. Particulars are given.
Opening stock, raw material, WIP, finished goods are given.
Yes, sir.
Purchases on credit, it is given.
11
Wages are
lakh.
given.
Yes, sir.
Production expenses are given. Gross profit is this much. Okay, admin expenditure is this much. Selling expenditure is this much. Net profit is this much. On the right hand side, sales is given. Closing stock consists of raw material, WIP, finished goods.
Yes, sir.
Gross profit is given. Okay, you have to compute operating cycle. Okay, and let me tell you, this is a question which has been asked in one of the professional examination. So student got confused because they thought, you see, so many figures are there, and what the question is asking, not to ask, question is not asking you to compute working capital. Okay, what the question is asking? Yeah, it's asking you to compute all working capital, but not by using. You are supposed to use only operating cycle method. So on the basis of operating cycle, you have to compute working
Yes, sir.
capital. Okay, how you will be computing this? Let me help you. First, what we'll do, we'll compute raw material storage period. So average raw material divided by daily consumption of the raw materials. Average raw materials opening is there, closing is there, you can find it out. Daily consumption of the raw material, monthly consumption, you can find it out, divided by 360. Okay, monthly consumption, how it is? Is it there? Annual consumption is there. Raw material, are you finding it, or should I?
Yes, sir. 1,80,000.
1,80,000 is what?
Raw material consumption. Annual raw
No,
material consumption.
you see, 1,80,000 is the opening stock of raw material. So this is opening stock, this is closing stock. So that is what I am taking. Opening stock plus closing stock of raw material, 1,80,000 plus 2,000 divided by 2.
Yes, sir.
Okay, how to compute daily consumption of the raw material? Annual consumption divided by 360. Raw
Well,
material consumed will be computed like this: opening stock plus purchase minus closing stock. Opening stock plus purchase this much minus closing stock. So this is what is computed. 10,80,000 divided by 360. Understood?
yes, sir.
Purchase figures are given. This is how you can compute. So raw material storage period you can compute. Similarly, WIP holding period. So you compute average the stock of WIP divided by daily cost of production. Average stock of WIP is opening plus closing divided by 2. Plus average daily cost of production is 15,40,000 divided by 360. So how to compute this 15,40,000? You have to see it here. Opening stock of WIP this much, add raw material consumed, add wages, add production expenditure, total is this much, minus closing stock of WIP is 15,40,000 rupees. This is the annual WIP divided by 360 daily WIP. You are getting 18.7 days. Okay, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Once again, you have to pause the video and watch it. You'll be able to understand. The finished goods storage
Yes,
period.
sir.
Similar way you have to compute finished good storage period, opening plus closing divided by 2, divided by daily average cost of goods. Okay, opening stock of finished goods, cost of production as computed previously 15,40,000 rupees, plus closing stock of finished. We are getting 15 lakh. 15 lakh divided by 360 is much. Debtors collection period, average debtors by daily credit sale. Average debtors opening plus closing divided by 2. Daily credit sales. Annual credit sale divided by 360. Debtors collection period. Similarly, creditors payment period. Opening closing divided by 2 divided by annual credit purchase divided by 360. Okay, so 72 days. So now total operating cycle is 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 5. 1 plus 3 plus 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 minus 5. 5 is for creditors payment period. It comes to 108.72 days. This is the length of the operating cycle.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, how many operating cycles will be there in a year? 360 divided by that much. So it comes 3.311 operating cycle. This many number of operating cycles are there in a year. And total operating expenditure is this much 17 lakh 50,000. Cost of goods sold this month, administration expenditure this month, selling expenditure this month, totally 17,000. Okay, this is the total annual requirement, and in a year there are 3.311 cycles. So 3.311 cycles are going to be repeated. So how much of cash flow, how much of working capital you need? Annual requirement divided by this number of cycles. So you are getting 5,28,000
140.
541. This is the amount you need as a working capital. This will be recycled. So throughout the year, it will be recycled 3.31 times, and finally, you will be using 17 lakh 50,000. Understood the process through which we are computing?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you see this video again and again so that you will be able to understand this process. Okay,
Yes, sir.
is it
Yes, sir.
clear up to this?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
You have to watch it again, and you have to practice that question also.
Yes, sir.
Okay, now friends, one more concept quickly I will introduce you. This is the effect of double shift on working capital. Some factories, work on single shift basis. Some factories work on double shift basis. But what is the impact on this? Impact on working capital for shift wise, for more shifts. So stock normally it is not increased. With the same stock it can be maintained. If double shift doesn't mean that the stock will be double. Okay, but these fixed assets and non-current assets are used in a more efficient manner. But with the same kind of working capital, almost it is possible to manage the organization with multiple shifts. Right. So there will be no change in WIP. WIP, whatever is there in the process, that will also continue to exist. Okay. But only thing is that since there will be consumption will be more, material will be consumed at a faster rate, you have to take care of. For that purpose, you might have to keep extra raw material in stock. So on that basis, you have to estimate. That is the effect. There are various factors that affect working capital. So we'll be covering this part also. Factors that affect working capital. Nature of the business affects working capital. This thing also we had discussed at the very beginning. I think these concepts were discussed at the beginning or not discussed.
Yes, sir. It is already discussed.
Already discussed. No? So let us briefly have an idea. So nature of the business, it has some impact on the working capital requirement, on
Working
the
capital.
size of the working capital, seasonability of
Yes.
the operation. Sometimes
Yes.
the peak seasons and non-peak peak seasons working capital requirement will be different. Production policies, it is produced in a staggered manner or in a continuous manner, that will also affect your working capital requirement. Market condition, working capital of the
Yes, sir.
competitors, that also affect. Then supplier storms also affect. Your credit policy also affect. Your policy in the working capital, whether it is conservative, aggressive, or moderate, that also affect. Marginal working capital, that means if you want some kind of additional working capital for some extra work or some extra unit of production, then that will also affect your working capital requirement. That is, extra working capital is required for some specific purpose. Availability of the raw material. If raw material is regularly available, then working capital requirement will be less. If raw material is not regular, it's irregular in its availability, then you need to keep more working capital so that whenever it is available, you can pick it up. Length of the operating cycle you are seeing in various problems, that also affects our working capital. Okay,
Yes,
so
sir.
these factors we have come. So Next class we'll be starting with this theoretical concept, like that is banking norms of the working capital. It will not take much time, so quickly these theoretical parts will be finished off. Then what we'll do, be entering into the CMA part, then treasury management like cash management, inventory management, all these aspects will become. Okay, so I think we should stop here now.
Sir, I have a doubt.
Yeah, please ask your doubt. So I would like to clarify that.
Sir, can you open slide number 83?
Slide number 83. 83 today's slide. What is the
No,
content?
sir, previous class. So this one.
This one. This
Yes,
one.
sir.
Yeah, yeah.
सर
Tell me.
यहाँ पे जो लिखा हुआ है now let us assume that the current asset decreased by del CA.
Current data decreased by. Okay.
Therefore वो जो del EBIT divided by total asset whole divided by EBIT divided by total asset,
Right.
ये सबसे ये नेक्स्ट स्टेप कैसे हुआ?
ये कैसे हुआ मतलब?
मतलब ये वो स्टेप से वो नेक्स्ट स्टेप मतलब कैसे आ गया? ये माइनस डेल सी ये कहाँ से आ गया?
ये
नेक्स्ट
मतलब
स्टेप.
ये स्टेप से ए स्टेप कैसे मूव हुआ? ये इससे
यस
नीचे
सर.
वाला कैसे हुआ?
नीचे वाला समझ में आ गया. ये फर्स्ट
ये
सेकंड
स्टेप
वाला
से
कैसे?
ऐसे ऐसे कैसे हुआ?
यस सर.
Okay. So you're talking about the change in EBIT divided by total asset divided
टोटल
by
एसेट.
EBIT by total asset. Okay. So what is change in EBIT by total asset? It came to EBIT by total asset minus change in current asset minus it. I will do one thing. I will check it up and let you know.
ओके सर.
Okay, it will take again. This is a derivation part. So what has happened in this question? Something has been added, something is deducted. Okay, one part
बाकी
is
सब सिर्फ वही पार्ट थोड़ा डाउट.
it is something is added and something is deducted. We are seeing this part
यस.
is deducted. EBIT by total asset is
वो
deducted.
डिडक्टेड क्यों हुआ?
डिडक्टेड क्यों हुआ? ये एक ऐड हुआ है प्लस डिडक्शन हुआ है. तो फॉर्मूला को सिंपल इन ऑर्डर टू सिंप्लीफाई द फॉर्मूला इट हैज बीन डन.
आर तो नहीं हुआ है कहीं पे.
I will check it and let you know.
यस सर. यस सर.
Okay, so that derivation part you are asking, so we'll see that how it has been derived. That is the only query, right?
यस सर.
Okay. Then no other query.
यस सर. नो मोर क्वेरी.
Okay, so we'll wind off here. So next class we'll catch up as early as possible. Okay then. So thank you very much. Thanks a lot.
थैंक यू सर.
Thank you.